Hi Sowis and aspiring Sowis, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Toyen, and in this tutorial I'm going to be teaching you how to make this skirt you're seeing on your screen. So if this looks like what you're interested in, then you want to keep watching this video till the end. To begin with, these are the basic materials we're going to be working with. The first thing I have here is this stretchy elastic band, which is about 1 each, and then I have this taping band, which is about 0.5, and we have about 5 yards here, which I believe is going to be enough for what we want to achieve. And then we have this polyester wool fabric. It has the polyester surface at the front, and then the back side is a wool. And then this is the standard measurement we're going to be working with. I am sewing for a 1-year-old child, so this is the length measurement and the waist measurements. So for the waistband, I'm going to take out 1.5 inches. So if our full length is measured as 12 inches, we're going to take out 1.5 inches for the waistband. So what we have is 10.5. So the remaining length to be measured is going to be 10.5. So on my fabric, I'm just going to make a fold. Now I'm making a fold on the length of the fabric, and that's about 60 or 58 inches thereabouts. So I'm going to be folding like this. So I'm working with the entire wideness, which is about 26.5 or thereabouts. Although I'm going to be adding to it because I don't think the wideness is going to be enough for my pleating. So I'm going to fold it like this. Now the full length that we measured, that we said is remaining, is 10.5. So we're going to add the folding allowance. So for the folding allowance and the joining, I'm just going to add another extra 1.5. So in total, we're still going to be cutting about 12 inches. So from this point, I'm just going to mark 12 inches differently on different angle. The fabric is not straight, so I need to just mark on this side just so that I can blend it alongside with the other part of my fabric. Now the length part of this fabric is also the non-stretchy part, so the same rule of streetwear applies to this skirt as well. The stretchy part is going to form the pleat, while the non-stretchy part is going to form the length of the skirt. So I'm just going to cut out this whole portion. So this is on a fold because I'm going to be adding the other part to it as well. Remember that we're working with the length part of the fabric for the width, and so we have about 50 something inches to work with for the pleat, but I just assume it's not going to be enough because I want it to be fuller. So I'm just going to be cutting an extra from the other fabric. So this is it, and this is the other part. So we're going to reduce from this side. So I'm going to use half of this, or better still, I'm just going to join and cut out whatever excess that we have. Let's just put this aside. So for the waistband, the little girl child's waist is 20 inches. So I'm going to add 10 inches to that because of the scrunchiness of the waistband. So I'm going to be calculating 15 inches, but then we're going to add our half-inch seam allowance. So I'm going to be measuring 15.5 on a fold, just as you can see on your screen. So this is going to give a scrunchy outcome after attaching the elastic band. So I'm just going to cut this out. And then for the length, since our waistband length is 1.5 inches, I'm going to be adding half-inch allowance. So on a fold, I'm going to measure, on a fold like this, I'm going to measure 2 inches, and then I'm going to cut out what is left. So for the elastic band, the technique I use is I stretch it to fit into the main fabric itself. So what I have is about 9 inches on a fold. So I'm going to be stretching this to see if it's going to fit in to the fabric, and as you can see, it fits in. So we're just going to be working with this. Now I want you to understand that elastic differs, and this particular one is very stretchy, and so you cannot just cut out any measurements. You have to like stretch it to fit into your fabric. So I'm just going to compile this whole thing together, and then we'll go ahead to sew. So the first step here is to join your elastic band together. Just as you can see, I'm going to be making multiple stitches. Next thing is the waistband fabric. I'm going to also be joining that. this is it. I'm going to join. You can start to join on your straight sewing machine so it doesn't change anything. So after joining, the next thing will be to insert the elastic band into the waistband fabric. So I'm going to be folding it like this. So if you notice that your elastic band is too wide, you can reduce it. So I noticed that my elastic band was a bit too wide, so I will just reduce it a bit by, let's say, half of an inch. So I'll just reduce it by half of an inch because I don't want it to be too wide. I'm sewing for a 1-year-old child, so I don't want it to be too wide. So all you just need to do is place it carefully into your fabric like this, and then you're going to be sewing on the allowance that doesn't have the elastic band. So while sewing, you're going to be stretching the elastic band so that it can circulate around the fabric. After sewing, you should have your elastic band looking like this. So by the time you measure what is here, you should have about 10 inches measured, which is about 20 inches, which is what we need. So then I'll put this aside. The next thing here is to join my main bodies together. Remember that we cut out 2 pieces, so I'm just going to join it, and we're going to be pleating round on the elastic band. So from one end of my fabric, I'm going to start by folding my pleats. So I'm going to be folding on allowance of about 1.5 inches. You could decide to pleat on allowance of 1 inch depending on how wide you want your pleat to be. But whichever way, just make sure that it is even and it is equal all round. So I'll keep measuring 1.5 just so that I can maintain the same size of pleats. So I'll do this till I have my preferred circumference measurement. So remember that at the beginning, what we measured on the waistband fabric was 30 inches before adding the actual elastic band. So on this actual fabric, the one I'm pleating on, I'm also going to measure 30 inches once I'm done with the pleats, because this is what I'm going to be placing around the waistband circumference. So once you've gotten your preferred measurement, the next thing you want to do now is to cut out whatever excess you have left. So what I have measured here before the pleat is 3 inches. So I'm just going to reduce it by 1 inch so that we can have 2 inches remaining. And the essence of this is so that by the time I join with the other side, we'll be left with 1.5 inches for the pleat allowance. So the 1 inch allowance, we are going to cut it off. So from the start point, I'm going to take out 0.5 seam allowance. Then I'm going to measure my circumference, which is 30 inches. And when I get to the other end, after measuring the 30 inches, I would also mark out an allowance of 0.5. So from this point, we should have 30.5. So I'm just going to mark 30.5 here. And then I'm going to cut out from this point. So we have our desired measurement. So this is the leftover of the pleat. So I'm just going to connect this together like this and then join together. So I'll be doing that on my overlock machine. The next thing you want to do here is to connect your waistband elastic together with the main bodies, just like this, and then pin down. So basically we are going to be joining this together. So this is how I am going to be sewing it round. I am going to be sewing on the base. I'm going to sew round. So while doing that, I'm going to make sure that I am stretching the waistband as I do so. Now I am going to be stretching the waistband, not because I want the base to fit into the waistband. I'm stretching the waistband so that the scrunchiness around the waistband area can be straight, so that I can place my base on it. So when I say stretch your waistband, I don't mean stretch the fabric itself. I mean stretch, like spread out the scrunchiness on your waistband. That's what I mean. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. So the next step after this is to fold the down part. You can decide to do that with your taping machine, or you weave and you make a fold with your straight sewing machine. So after folding, the next thing is to place your taping band around it. So you're going to find a joining part of the skirt and position your taping band around it. So the distance away from the taping band is going to be measured as 2 inches. So you're going to be sewing on both sides of your taping band just to keep your taping band firm. So after sewing, this is what it looks like. If you want a double line design, you can also follow the same process. And this is it with a varsity jacket. So you can see that it is actually not difficult to achieve. If you enjoy watching this video, please kindly give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you again in the next video. Bye.